Good morning, all. I hope that you have some coffee or something else to drink, maybe some water. I have both this morning. Hopefully you're relaxed and ready to learn something, maybe, or at least have some interesting discussion later on. All right, we're still in Colossians 3, and we're moving on to verse 14. Last time, verse 13 was bearing with one another, and if one has a complaint against another, forgiving each other as the Lord has forgiven you, so you must also forgive. Or you also must forgive. Verse 14, we're getting into today. And above all these, put on love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. 15, and let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, to which indeed you are called in one body, and be thankful. Kind of stuffs that one in there. So, let's read this one more time. 14, and above all these, put on love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. Sorry, I lost my place there for a second. So all of this that we've been talking about for the last, I don't even know how many videos, all the good stuff that we've been talking about here, all of this comes together in love. We have in this culture a misunderstanding of love. Love is, oh, I love you, in this culture, right? Oh, I love you. I love hot chocolate. I love food. I love disc golf. I love... But is that really love, though? Is that what we're talking about here? Is that what this is saying by putting on love? Not really. So what is love, then? That's what this really gets into, is what is love? What are they talking about in this passage? Put on love. Love is showing other people that they are cared for. Essentially. You can say, I love you to someone all you want, but if you treat them like dirt while you're with them, you don't love them. You're just saying that. Right? But if someone really feels cared for, really feels like that's how they receive love, because we're going to use the word love, by you doing something for them, like you showing up at their house and being like, hey, I'm going to help you work on this project you said you were working on today. Or calling them and asking them first sometimes. Or just doing something, bringing somebody a coffee. Sometimes people, that's all they need. Sometimes people need, talk to. They just want someone to talk to. Sometimes people need a hug, and that's how they feel love. Putting on love, all of this is wrapped up being verse 12. Put on then, as God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, compassionate hearts, kindness, humility, meekness, patience, bearing with one another, and if one has a complaint against another, forgiving each other as the Lord has forgiven you, so you also must forgive. That is a list of what love is. There's so many more things we can go into. 1 Corinthians 13. If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understanding, all mysteries, and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. If I give away all I have and deliver up my body to be burned, but have not love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. It never ends. It has a compassionate heart, kindness, humility, meekness, patience, and always forgiving. That wraps up not even all of what love is. Think about that. If you are showing other people those things, you're bearing with them, you're compassionate, you're believing, you're giving them the benefit of the doubt every time. Not to be walked over, that's where we have to use wisdom. Are we being patient with them? Are we being kind with them? Are we being envious of what they have? Are we boosting up ourselves? That's not love. We always hope. That's another attribute of love. So when it says, and above all these, put on love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. Everything I've listed is an attribute of what love is. Love is exercising all of that and more together. And then the other stuff that I talked about on top of that is, how can I go out of my way to do things for another person? This does not talk about doing this stuff for you. It's for somebody else. Loving yourself is not a thing. Taking care of yourself is. Loving yourself is not. We love others. All of this is talking about what we do to other people or for other people. And the next verse comes in, which we won't get into very much, but that is, and let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, to which indeed you are called in one body, and to be thankful. When we do all of this stuff and we enjoy it, we want to do it, and we live our lives that way, we will be, not necessarily, but it will begin to create peace in our lives because we are living a lifestyle that was set forth for every person. Every person's love looks a little differently, but all of them have these attributes. If you're truly loving. So, go out, work on it, try it, pray, and live life for God. Love in all of it wrapped up. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.